Live from Los Angeles. Welcome to Good Morning LaLa Land. I'm Dr. ERIN.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jasmine Moyer. This is Good Morning LaLa Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, and now seen on Apple TV and Connect TV. It's going to be a Good Morning LaLa Land.
Right, today's all about Monday motivation. We're going to talk about when is something motivation versus when is it turning into an addiction? I want to know. We're also going to talk to, we have so many guests in the house. We're going to hear their inspirational stories of making their dreams come true. We're going to speak with one incredible woman about having over 1 billion views on YouTube. And we're going to get some tips on how to keep our glow on our face today.
Wow, 1 billion. That's insane.
1 billion.
2 billion, actually.
Her
PR agent's saying 2 billion, so yeah, you know.
I am so grateful to be able to be a part of this show, to be here. We have so many incredible guests who wanted to start their week off here on Good Morning LaLa Land. It's so amazing to be part of this community. We are community powered. A good friend of the Focus TV family is here, Mr. David Gunning. He's a widely talented actor, producer, filmmaker. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
We have a very special look at their new film, Sick for Toys. It premiered 2 weeks ago in Dallas to a sold-out show, not one, but 2 of them, and it'll be screening at the International Film Showcase tonight here in Beverly Hills. Let's take a look at the trailer.
I'm glad you called me back.
What's going on? Everything okay?
This is gonna sound crazy. It's Jason. I haven't heard from him since yesterday morning. Could you try to call him for me?
I doubt he's going to pick up my phone call. I'll just go straight to his place. Jason! You in there? Nothing's out of place. His computer was still there.
What about his car?
That wasn't there. My name's Roy. I think you know my friend Jason.
We were supposed to go on a date the other day, but he blew me off.
Are you Roy? I love decorating. Stringing up the lights, hanging the wreaths, and you should come over for dinner tonight.
Tonight?
6:30.
We have a guest coming tonight. I don't want to have to gag you.
Hello? The house is over here. I thought I heard something. Thought maybe Amelia was in there.
She's inside.
I just thought he might want to play with my Christmas present.
I just want to go home. As long as I give him medicine, you'll be able to play with him a while longer.
Did you take your medicine?
Wow, there's the holiday spirit.
Wake up Monday.
Sick for Toys. Oh my gosh, you guys. That is terrifying. What a way to start the day. But congratulations on the massive success of this film. David, John, we're so happy you're here today. So tell us a little bit about how you're feeling going into this. You're in the film circuit now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we are
Neck deep.
we are very deep in it, and we're so proud of the film, and the whole cast and crew are very excited, and we have a nice big screening today as well, and yeah, and we're very excited to show it to the people of Los Angeles.
And you have 3 guests sitting next to you who make sure everyone is red carpet ready. Happy to make an introduction to you for Pablo of Foreo. He will keep your skin looking amazing. And Patrik and Paul, you make sure everybody looks the part. So let me be happy to introduce all of you. Wow.
I mean, hello.
Hello, the star of the show, right there. Oh my gosh. Okay, so gentlemen, what is the one tip you would give to these gentlemen about being red carpet ready?
Oh, have great hair when you walk out the door.
Oh my God, just be yourself is the most important thing, because then if you're yourself, at least you've got everything you need.
Exactly.
And then you just show it off.
Exactly.
I mean, look, I roll out of bed looking like this.
And great shoes if you're on the road. Oh yes. It's all about the shoes.
Pablo's got all the tools you need so you can roll out of bed and look like that in the morning, right?
Exactly. Yeah, we have everything from everything that we have will showcase your inner beauty. That's what we want to showcase the most. Is your inner beauty and your confidence. So.
Yes, beauty, confidence, motivation. Well, thank you all for being with us today. We're excited to talk to you more later in the show.
It's brilliant, actually. I mean, Christmas movies go on and on and on. There's Christmas every year, and they become part of our families. And then horror flicks are literally they're one of the highest grossing movies because people want to watch them over and over because it's like going on a thrill ride. So it'd be interesting.
I grew up on horror flicks. I did. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Right.
Friday the 13th. Oh yeah, it's a great way to start Monday.
That's right.
So, you know what's an even better way to start Monday? All of these beautiful things that make me super excited. Special thanks to Kate from Morgan PR for giving us a little moon boost. We've got some Luna Nectar. It's going to help our lashes and our brows.
So I have a question about this though, honestly. Okay, so it's this thing, it's called Lash and Brow Enhancing Serum. So I'm thinking, do I need to put it perfectly on? Because if I just slather it on, does it mean I'm just going to have like hair growing out everywhere? Like, what does it mean exactly? Like,
I would imagine not.
This isn't like a chia pet situation here. Like, you're just like, it's only going to enhance what you already have.
Okay.
So no need. And Jen Len, part of the Focus family, look at what Rob got.
Body scrub. Definitely not go wrong with that.
It's like Christmas every day here. Sick for toys, we are sick for beauty in the house. Skincare that's changing my life, SMLD. Amazing. Amazing. Sandra Lee has like changed my skin, my body. I can't wait to talk to her more later in the show. So let's talk about the weekend. ERIN, Mother's Day weekend. How was it?
Mother's Day, I went down to Dana Point. I saw my mom, and it was actually really lovely. I thought it was cloudy on the way down, and then the sun came out, so it was really pretty. But I do think it's been really interesting. You know, my mom's mom, I wasn't very close to her, quite frankly. She was kind of a little mean to my sister and I. And I didn't realize that she had been kind of like almost put up for adoption. Her mom kind of was going through stuff. So there's been this total lineage thing of healing in the feminine realm. We're not exactly the most like maternal women, quite frankly. We're a little harsh, we're a little whatever. And so it's been a real healing process of my own and trying to tap more into that feminine nature of myself. And you know, my mom and I get along very well now, and we just had a lovely day.
Yeah,
really
what's
cool.
interesting is you have such a great relationship with your son, so apparently whatever your approach has been, it's really working, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're human, right? We're still in the school called life, then we still have our issues, but it's really, we've come a long way and everyone's doing really well. How about you guys?
I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
I had a virtual Mother's Day.
Yeah?
Yeah, my mom was back in Pennsylvania with my sister and my brother, so they celebrated together, did a little FaceTime and just checked in. What about you, Jess?
Yeah, special shout out to my mom. I really wish I could have been there to celebrate with you. I love you, even though we might not communicate as often as I'd like to. It is really special when I do. And it was a very healing weekend for me as well. I went to an incredible sound bath. If you watch the show, you know that I'm obsessed with the sound healing thing right now. And it was at St. John Paul's Cathedral in downtown near USC. And they didn't have any pews or any seats. We literally laid down on yoga mats in this cathedral and listened for an hour and a half to the most incredible orchestra of sound, from singing bowls to this gongs. I mean, I was like truly gonged in my life. I've never been gonged before.
Was it Guy or who led it? Do you know?
It was the sound orchestra.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
It was. There was a line around the building, so it's really amazing to see how this has really become a part of the culture here and here in La La Land, sound healing. I was like, what a way to spend my Saturday
It's
night.
so La La Land. What did you do on Friday? I went to sound healing.
I was
bath.
at sound healing. Yeah, exactly. And on Friday, I went to this great book launch at the Cure Spa in Malibu, and it was for a book called Elevate. And it's this wonderful mastermind from Wall Street to now health and wellness guru, and he's really mastered 7 tips of success and leading a happy, balanced, successful life.
Ooh,
so
love that.
we've invited him to the show. Stay tuned. I'll let you know when.
Sounds fun.
Very
How about
cool,
you, Rob?
Jess. I just shared my Mother's Day. That
That's
was it.
it?
You know what else I did? I did a crash course on covert affairs. Have you seen it?
No.
I'm like really don't watch that much TV, really at all. Like I haven't had a TV in probably 15 years. And but I was like, I've been on this Netflix thing and this Amazon thing because I've got these friends that are always like, you got to check out.
So addicted,
Yeah.
right?
So I like started watching Covert Affairs and I started liking it. It's so cheesy, but it's awesome.
Oh, no.
So I did a little of that. I did a lot of reading, meditation, and I hid from people like I always do on weekends.
So let's talk about Monday motivation real quick. So, you know, I was thinking this morning, you know, what is motivation exactly? And, you know, we always talk about how motivation is really, it has to be from inside. True motivation can only be from within. But I was thinking, so many people are addicted to so many things. Like, you know, we're motivated by the next, house, the next upgrade of your career, more money, the next relationship, the next thing, whatever it is. And I remember working with a client one time, and it had really turned into not something that he was using to be motivated. It was really using him, and he found himself like becoming kind of obsessed with just the next material thing, the next high off of the material thing. And so just discussing today of motivation, what is motivating you? And sometimes we do use tools out in the world to motivate us, but when does it become an addiction? An addiction really is, the definition of addiction is when it's having a negative effect on your life. So, I don't know. We're in a rat race, right? So we're somewhat there, but I don't know what you guys think about that.
That point makes me feel so much better about where I'm at, because I'm like, oh man, I should be more focused. I should be getting more done. But it sounds like if I was, I'd be addicted. So maybe I would have the right motivation to keep me going, but I don't have to have the FOMO of missing out on all the fun stuff too.
So true, right?
It's such a good point. It's like the difference I think of between intrinsic motivation versus extrinsic motivation. And for the most part, I want to be as intrinsically motivated as possible. That doesn't mean that I'm not intrinsically motivated as well. But the problem with extrinsic motivation is that it does lead to like this addiction type of experience. So for me, I think that the root of all addiction is too much thinking. Right. So if you can sort of interrupt that and you're able to turn that off and on when you want, then the external addictions have less of a hold on you.
Says the master of the flow. He tuned in, turned on this morning. Mic drop to Rob.
Working on it. I'm working on it. I slept all this weekend.
It helps a little bit.
Amazing what it does.
Monday's amazing when you get a little bit more sleep. I'm definitely more motivated the more sleep I have, for sure.
It's just called energy.
So let's take a little break. When we come back, we have so many guests. We have like 9 guests today. So let's get to the back. Let's hear some inspirational stories and what motivates them. Stay tuned. You guys will be right back.
Hello, Los Angeles. I am your host and producer, Alex Worley, filming inside Focus TV's West Hollywood studio. Welcome to Empowerista, a show dedicated to highlighting female trailblazers and empowering you to turn your barriers into breakthroughs.
Hey guys, I'm Amy Paprath.
And I'm Justin Walter.
And this is What's Good, the show that's dedicated to positive, uplifting stories from all over the globe.
Welcome to Good Morning LaLa Land. I'm Dr. ERIN.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jessa Moye.
And we're making history as the first live streaming daily talk show.
This is where all kinds of shit happens.
Monday through Friday, we are going to be streaming to you live, Los Angeles, at 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Alyssa Goodman Show. So Kelly, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Alyssa. This is so fun.
I know.
What's up, Rose girls? I'm Jessica Carroll. Today we're gonna have so much fun because we have fitness personality Katie Austin.
Hey,
we're
thanks
having
for having
Rose
me on.
with
Cheers.
Katie Austin.
I love it. It
Cheers.
feels like a Saturday.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Millennial Life. I'm your host, Laura Odegaard, and today we are joined by the very beautiful former Miss California and now a TV host, Natasha Martinez. I'm so happy that you're here.
I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
You are tuning in to Slay with Rachel McCourt, and I have a fabulous guest. In studio with me is Liza Glukoff. She's just been named executive producer of programming at Awesomeness TV. I mean, no big deal, but huge. Hi.
Thank you. Hi.
Are we so excited right now?
We are so excited.
I mean, we have roses, we have perfect lighting, we've got some Spa Girl vodka in case we get a little crazy.
Hey, Dr. ERIN here, teaching universal law and spiritual truth, having a conscious conversation in the heart of Hollywood. And I'm honored to have the guest today, who is Christina Pascucci, who is amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's an honor to be here with you. I so appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Jenna Barnett with Millennial Mom on Focus TV. And today I have Jennifer Yen here today to chat with me about all things mom related. So you actually started your career as an actress and you were on the very famous TV series Power Rangers, right?
Yes, I used to fight them as my first career.
You're watching Beige Bay TV. It's fitness expert and your Beige Bay Edwina Chia. Ladies and genticles, Tiffany Angulo. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. You know, you're my Beige Bay of the week, not only because of your nationality, but because you just seem like the girl who does it all.
Hi everybody, I'm Allie Landry and welcome to Reshape TV.
I have created an online platform, ReshapeLive.com and Reshape TV, to provide a place where women can learn from the very best resources for those of us who are striving to reshape our lives and live an optimal, healthy lifestyle.
Hey LA, I'm Gwen Lane with the LA Girl, and I'm here with Liz Hernandez, former TV host at Access Hollywood and now the founder of Wordiful. So excited to hear more about that. Liz, thank you so much for being here today.
Hi Gwen, thanks for having me.
Hi everyone, it's Michelle Gillette, life coach and host of the Spotlight series on Focus TV. And joining us today is our dear friend, Shalini Videra.
And thank you for having me.
Of course.
I'm so happy to be here.
You're the perfect person to be here because we love anything that is, women helping other women, women empowering other women.
Hi, I'm Janica. I'm here with Focus TV for my segment of Fearless Females. And today I interview Doriana Richmond. You're gonna love listening to Doriana. Not only is she beautiful, but she's so heartfelt, and she has created this amazing jewelry line called Stone Simple. Hi.
Well, thank you for that introduction.
Yeah,
Wow.
of course. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Hi, and welcome to Everyday Game Changers, the show that features people giving back to their community. I'm your host, Annalise Getz, and today we are joined by Rolanda Watts. Rolanda is a stand-up comedian, she's an actress, she's a television personality, and she is a philanthropist, which is why she's here today. So thank you for joining us, Rolanda.
Thank you for having me. A joy to be here.
Today on Moms Matter, we're going to talk about money, 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 something that we all struggle with and we need help with, and that's why we have the fabulous Winnie Sun, who's here with us today.
Aw, thank you.
Thank you so much. I know you've been on MSNBC and Forbes, and you are the money expert.
Hey everyone, welcome back to a new magical episode of Soul Reboot. I am your host, Allison Charles. Please welcome and meet this powerful divine queen whose name is Daphne Wayans. I am so happy to be here with you.
I'm so honored to be here.
Good Morning LaLa Land. It is an absolute honor to be celebrating 6 for Toys with the creative crew behind it all. David Del Rio, David Gunning, Simpson Pol. Thank you so much for being here today, you guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks so much for having us.
Tonight, Independent Film Showcase in Beverly Hills. Tell us a little bit about it.
Independent Film Showcase, yeah. So I guess the whole festival opened up on Thursday night, and tonight's our night. So
tonight is your night.
Wow. So tonight's our night.
Yes.
It's a big family and friends screening as well. So we're really excited for that.
Yeah,
you know, because all our friends and some of family are here.
And where is it tonight? Where? I don't know where that one theater is.
It's at the Lemley Theater.
Oh, it's at
Beverly
Lemley.
Hills.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. So nice theater.
I love that place.
Yeah,
An iconic theater in Los Angeles. I heard that the film premiered a couple weeks ago in Dallas. 2 sold-out shows, you guys. That is amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, we were thrilled. Yeah, we were definitely thrilled.
Don't look too excited.
We were thrilled.
It's a challenge, right? Independent filmmaking is one of the hardest person can do. I've witnessed it firsthand, and my God, it takes every ounce of you, physically, emotionally, spiritually, to create this. To put
They're
your
like,
soul into
what?
it.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. To raise the money for it, I mean, it truly is an epic endeavor.
Well, that's their department, and for such a small film that we did, I mean, this was a 94-page script in 11 days, and that's not a very easy thing to achieve.
11 days?
Yeah.
That was up to you.
Well, that was really great on their part for putting the crew together. That it really felt like a guerrilla filmmaking at its best. You know, it felt like we were all back in film school and just trying to figure things out. And if it wasn't for these producers who kind of gave us a really great schedule, we wouldn't have made it.
So question for you, because Good Morning LaLa Land, we're all about dreamers, you know, good doers and all that. So what was the dream behind it? What was the mission? What was the inspiration for this?
Getting it made and getting it done.
We wanted to make a feature film, and we were working on something else, and the script, because of Jimmy O, kind of fell into our laps, and we realized we could make it for the budget we had, and we loved it, so we went ahead with it. Cool. And I'm so glad we did.
And Jimmy O being, so Jimmy O is a producer, horror, big in the horror scene. He introduced us to the script. That's kind of how that wound up, and then we just said, all right, let's go, because we were ready. We had that budget ready to go, and it was time to hop into our first feature film.
And we know that independent filmmaking, there can be a lot of challenges, right? But what was the biggest thing you think you learned, each of you, in making Sick for Toys?
That's a great question. I think for me was don't be too married with your plan. Because it is going to change that day. I remember having a full. I remember having a full shot list, and David and John Paul and our director of photography Ryan Verbel would come up to me and go, "Okay, this is a great list. We need you to cut at least 30 shots today." And it started from me getting annoyed to like halfway there, going to David and John Paul, going, "Look how many shots I cut today. You're proud of me, right? You're proud of me, you know." And so it really was important to not really be married and know that when you are on the set, the story changes. When you're reading the script, that's one draft. When you're on set, that's another draft of the script, and when you're editing, that's basically the last draft of the script. They're all different movies.
Yeah, and kind of piggyback that, whatever you expect to happen, it's not going to happen. You know? I mean,
this is like the rules to life. You guys
it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like they should change the producer title to firefighter, because literally that's what we're doing. There's always some kind of fire coming up as a producer, and as our job as producers is to constantly just, put it out and then move on to the next fire.
Yeah,
totally.
Well, the end result is fantastic. What do you guys love most about this movie?
Oh gosh.
I love the performances. I really do. I mean, I've worked with these guys for years now, and to see them in this film after they've worn so many hats is probably one of the biggest thrills for me, because you would never think that they were producers on the film, and their performances are absolutely stellar. And of course, I'm a huge fan of the director of photography, Ryan Verbel, and he just made such a beautiful, beautiful film that I would never dreamed of, but thanks to him, he made those pictures come true.
So one thing about the film industry is, you can have a great piece of art, but without community and distribution and all those things, it takes, that's an entire, even bigger than making the movie, quite frankly, because if you don't have those, relationships. So how are you building those relationships?
Well, I think when any filmmaker comes to Los Angeles, you're kind of planting seeds along the way. And eventually, hopefully those seeds come to fruition when the right time comes. So any connections that we've made throughout our career, we've essentially used those in order to make our connections with distribution, sales agents, even actors, crew, everything from top to bottom. That's kind of how it works out. I mean, not necessarily like a word of mouth, but it's someone you could have met 5, 6, 7 years ago, and you say, "Hey, I know you're involved with this part of the business. We're ready for you right now."
You said you did sound design.
Right. You're involved in this. You're involved with that. So it's kind of just connecting the dots, throughout your period of time in Los Angeles. I feel like.
And at its core, I also think it's about relationships. It is about the idea of, would I continue to work with this person, not because of how good they are at their job, but just how great it is to hang out with them, and we're both doing things that we love. Every person that they've hired, especially in post, I would sit down with them and I would, little kid in the candy store, I'm like, "Can we do this?" And they're going, yeah, let's do it. And in between, we have just conversations about just the industry as a whole and each other's life. And it really, it has to come down to relationships in the very core.
My very best friend in the world since I was 5 years old, Mimi Snow, she's our editor, and she has just gone above and beyond, and it's fun to get to work with somebody that you've known in this capacity since I was 5.
Nice.
Wow.
I mean,
so, sick for toys. Give me the tagline.
What do you want for Christmas?
What
do you want for
Christmas?
Yeah, and don't be the wrong person in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Oh, it sounds so good. So tell the audience where they can watch this, how they can get involved, like, share, and follow you.
Well, we're on Instagram at sickfortoysmovie.com, or just Sick for Toys Movie, and we have a Facebook, Sick for Toys Movie, and I believe we're on Twitter too. Yes.
Yeah. Everything is pretty much Sick for Toys across the board.
Sick for Toys
But on Twitter, it's Sick for Toys.
Yeah, Sick for Toys.
I can jump in for that one. I don't want them to get lost.
After tonight, starting October 1st, will be available on demand and possibly in some theaters. So
yeah, we'll go on demand, cable, Redbox, the whole
How exciting.
gauntlet.
Yeah. Very exciting, you guys.
Yeah.
So thanks so much for making your dreams come true. And the struggle's real, right? It's
Yes,
real
it's
stuff.
totally
Right?
real.
We're excited,
We're
excited to be a part of your journey. It's going to be amazing to watch.
Thanks so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
guys,
absolutely.
really.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more Good Morning LaLa Land.
Hey, Dr. Drew here, and I am on the HEAL Advisory Board. I got involved with this organization because it's the answer to our healthcare problem. Listen to me. You go to urgent care, you go to emergency room, you are paying for all that equipment, all that infrastructure, you're wasting time, you're exposing yourself to sick people. All you got to do is go to heal.com or get the HEAL app at heal.com, get that HEAL app, and you can have a doctor wherever you are. It's $99 if you don't have insurance, though most insurances cover it. It's the most effective way to get the care you're looking for and the most cost efficient. $99 all in. That's it. And you get a board-certified physician to show up wherever you are, your home, your work, whatever it is, 8A to 8P, 7 days a week, including holidays. And that board-certified individual, that licensed professional, is going to just be paying attention to you and focusing on you and using his or her judgment to take care of your needs in that moment. Go to HEAL. Check it out. You'll see what I'm saying. You'll see what I'm talking about.
And the reason they book me and keep me is because it's more than just training. It's just authentic. And so I think that's one thing I realized that I had my whole life was will. I'm so determined to get to where I want to go. I'm not going to let nothing stop me, not even myself. Right? And I try to tell my clients and people, it's all a mindset. You know, you got to really want it. They said, you can change anything, but before you change anything, you got to change it in your mind first. Just because I always say if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you.
Welcome back. We have Dr. Sandra Lee in the house, otherwise known as Dr. Pimple Popper.
Yes.
She is
Hi.
certified, board-certified dermatologist, and she has over 2 billion views on YouTube. And holy smokes, girl,
Crazy.
you go.
Yeah.
Right?
It's crazy, and it's all happened in the last, just a little over 3 years. So it's just been a whirlwind. And now we have a show coming out on TLC, and we have a book, and still pimple popping, and
Alcoholics everywhere are saying thank you for feeding our addiction. I mean, you really have created a subculture of a very loyal audience.
Right. Well, what it was really is that I discovered that there was this subculture, and I think we sort of helped to bring it mainstream, sort of help these popaholics kind of come out of the closet and not be afraid of showing, that they're proud of being popaholics, or they're proud of being pimple poppers. It's so funny. I think a lot of people didn't realize even that they liked this stuff. And it's not really just about that. It's really about kind of understand. I know it's tough to watch sometimes. You got to start off a little light, but it's really about showcasing dermatology and what we physicians do, and teaching people how to take care of their skin, and this is sort of the way to draw people in.
It's as educating as it is entertaining,
Yes,
really.
Yes.
Really,
It's sort of
truly.
like we trick people into educating them. All of a sudden now they know the difference between a cyst and a lipoma, or a blackhead and a whitehead, and they know, and then they learn how to take care of their own skin. So it's just been an amazing
who would have thought,
Right.
again?
But your story is very inspirational because, number one, you're a woman, and in today's history, it's a real time of women rising, and you are a professional. You work your tush off,
Yeah,
and then
it's
you
tough.
happen to kind of stumble onto something that was just so well received by the world. It's kind of a really cool story.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all about girl power, woman power, and it's what's interesting to me is that I don't really feel that I'm different because I'm female, that, you know, maybe some people might think, oh, she's a surgeon or physician, like how, you know, she's a woman, but I've never thought that way. And I think that a lot of us should think that way. You know, I don't think that I'm not as good at surgery because I am a woman, sort of thing. So I think, and I'm bringing that out to people, and I don't think anyone ever really questions that, which I'm really proud of, that fact.
How do you think you got that way? Have you always been that way? You've always sort of been unaffected by social and cultural?
I think so. I mean, I think, you know, me being Asian and me being female never really made me think that I was, it was harder for me to do something. But I mean, I wasn't like trying to do hard labor either. I wasn't trying to break rocks or anything like that. I mean, I might not be able to do something like that. But, and I was never really, maybe it's my family too, they never really, you know, treated me like, because I was female, I should be treated more gently or carefully. I was, you know, they expected me to, you know, pursue my dreams and have a future, and I've always been, I don't think when I was a kid I knew that I'm AAA personality, but now I'm fully, and I understand that I am, and I just have to let it go.
So how would you explain this AAA personality?
I just think that I have a lot of things going on at the same time, and I literally only look one day in advance or 1 week in advance at the most, and it's hard for me to say no. That's probably my main thing. It's probably hard for me to say no, and now I'm learning I have to do it a little bit more because it's just, there's too many things going on.
Because you have a family, you're
yes,
married.
I have a family, my friends, so I have a personal life. I have a whole full-time job. I'm a dermatologist too. I see patients almost full-time, and now I have another job of pimple popper, and then I have a TLC show that we're in the midst of filming and trying to finish up book. Crazy, but I'm so proud of.
It's the nature of a book.
Yeah.
We have a clip of some of your skincare work. Let's take a look.
Yes, and that's actually something we should do.
But it is certainly a source of frustration and can really affect our mood and our self-confidence. Most of us at some point in our life are going to develop a pimple, and this is why there are so many products out there available on the market. But which one do you choose? It's very confusing. Even though developing a skincare line has been on my mind for quite some time, I really just didn't want to take a bottle and slap my trademark on it and call it my own. I wanted to take the time and develop one that would very specifically bridge this gap between over-the-counter products and a visit to your dermatologist. I am so excited to present to you my skincare line, SLMD. I wanted to give you anti-acne products that I myself would prescribe in my office to my own patients, things that you can use to fight your acne at your home without seeing a doctor. I'm so lucky to have such a loyal and supportive following on my social media. You are the ones who have come to me with questions about how to treat your acne, how to treat your skin, and I really wanted to take the time to develop products that are safe, that are reliable, that are effective. Thank you all very much for your feedback and support. It's because of you that I've been inspired to create this line in the first place. I hope that the products here will help you to achieve the results you want and give you the confidence of healthy, beautiful skin.
Do you, do you primarily deal with just pimples? Like someone like me, I have like the collagens going and the dark spots are coming and all that kind of stuff. But I would imagine it's all one thing, right? Taking care of your skin.
Right. Well, you know, of course, in all my craziness, I forget to mention one of the biggest things that has happened in my life is my skincare line, and this really was able to come to fruition because of all this pimple popping business. And of course, to start it and to sort of make the first part of the line be an acne skincare line. I mean, that makes sense, right? Because we're talking about pimples primarily. But you know what I really wanted to do with this, and I think is going to be really different than any other skincare line you'll see by a dermatologist or a plastic surgeon, is something that sort of bridges this gap between people who can see a dermatologist and the vast majority of us who can't, and they just go down the skincare aisle and they just are just confused, you know, or frustrated. So I'm trying to provide products that I myself as a dermatologist or other dermatologists would recommend to our patients. And so this makes sense to start with this, but yes, we're coming out with other things. Really, I want to try to create something that for those people who know they have issues, and I think they'll watch my videos and learn about what their issues are and kind of understand what treatment options there are, and then I'm going to create, you know, products in my line that will help them to treat their conditions.
Thank you, Dr. Sandra Lee, because this truly is one of the few products that I've ever tried that I saw a noticeable difference in my skin immediately. This Active Lifestyle Body Spray, by the way, she had this rat influencer yoga session, and she gave these out, and she said, put this in your gym bag, and you're never going to want to take it out. And I have it, and it has made all of the difference.
Wonderful.
It's so convenient. It's got like this 360 spray.
Yes.
You can just get any area of your back, because honestly, let's be real. Everybody has issues with their skin. It's not taboo. It's something we should just talk about, and you make it so relatable, accessible, fun.
Yes, yeah, exactly. I mean, that's exactly what this is for, too, is something that, like, you know, people shouldn't be embarrassed about it, and you should keep it in your gym bag, and it's so nice because it's easy to use, and you're busy. You know, all of us are busy. You're running around. You don't have time necessarily to go back to your bathroom and take a shower and clean, you know, and really apply acne cleansers or acne treatment products, so this makes it very simple.
I remember
so
my
really
son
nice.
had acne when he was a teenager, and we bought like the Proactive online, and none of it worked, quite frankly, and it was really hard. You know, just that I think it's just hormonal and everything else, but you know, does this work for a teenage boy?
Yes, and I think that the important thing and how I try to make things different is, you know, this problem is with compliance too. You know, people try something, you don't really know why it's working, you don't know what it's doing, and so you just try it a few days and you go, oh, it's not working, I'm just not going to use it anymore. But I feel like if you put the control in people's hands, if you have them understand why certain products, why benzoyl peroxide works for you, what salicylic acid does to your skin, and why it's treating your blackheads, or what type of acne it treats, and if you understand those things and you know what that product does, you're more willing to use it. You understand, and you're more willing to put the commitment in, and then you're going to see results.
Well, absolutely, because when your skin looks good, you feel good.
Oh,
it
yeah,
just makes you so much more confident in the way you present yourself.
Absolutely, but you guys, you know, you guys look beautiful.
Oh.
So
You keep us that way.
You have no idea. This show has been like a crash course in beauty products for me, because I now have such a ridiculously exhaustive beauty regime. You have no idea. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And so I'm at a point now where I'm like, I need to use all of it all the time. But I love this because it simplifies all of that.
Yes, it does. Yeah, and I think you cut to the chase. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there. I mean, it's a multi-billion-dollar or trillion-dollar industry, I'm sure, you know, and it's something, it gets confusing. You know, what do you use? Some berry that they pick out in the Andes mountain that they hike up to because they say it's, you know, anti-aging, or, you know, I'm trying to provide things that I know are available and that we as dermatologists have been using for decades, and we know there's research behind it. You know, we know that these things work. So hopefully I can bring this to the mass, you know, the masses.
But your brand is brilliant because you take entertainment
Yeah.
and then you use it as a platform to really educate and really truly help people. So it's really so great to witness your
and
whole
it's been
thing.
crazy too. It's a little hard for me to, there's a fine line because, you know, I am a physician. My patients are the most important thing to me. Their comfort. I don't want them to feel embarrassed about their conditions, and you know, I think that they're helping other people to understand that it's okay to have acne, to have bad acne. It's okay to have a big cyst or a lipoma that's embarrassing looking, and you can get them treated, and it's not a scary thing to go through, but show that that's normal, that's just part of being human. And there's that part, but also you have to be able to get a lot of followers, you have to make things entertaining too. So there's a fine line that you have to kind of walk. But you know, I think that the most important thing for me, as long as I maintain that, you know, my patients are the most important, then hopefully I can't go wrong. You know, they're the ones that my main focus is on, and it's just been such a crazy, been such a crazy ride with that. And
what do you love most about it? About this ride you've been on?
You know, I think that a lot of people say that I'm really doing things to sort of change people's lives. And I see my patients sometimes come to me and they tell me the effect that removing whatever it was has had on them. But you know, I don't know. I don't think of it that way. It's hard for me to absorb that or take the credit for that. Because, but I do feel, I think that's why this is able to go on, because it's really making people happy. I mean, some people are grossed out about it, and okay, I understand. They can't stand to look at the stuff. But it's really, in general, made people who like to watch it, it makes them happy. It decreases their anxiety. And the patients that we're helping, we're making them better and more self-confident. And that's really the reason why this has been able to continue.
I just love that about it. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like, you know, one of the things that it does is it desensitizes people.
Yeah.
You know, it destigmatizes the whole thing.
Right.
Because I remember being a 16, 17-year-old boy, and I was so freaked out because I had so much acne, and I was taking Accutane, and I was trying Proactive, and again, even at that age, I was trying everything, and I didn't feel like a lot of it worked, but I also didn't want to talk about it a lot.
Yeah, and you know, the thing is too, is when, especially acne in particular, it happens in a time of our life that we're just trying to figure out who we are, and we're trying to figure out how to relate to other people. And so having bad acne can really affect the way your personality develops, you know, and it's important.
And for me, even as a woman, when my hormones started changing and the older I get, I didn't have acne as a teenager. I have it now. And dealing with this, and honestly, this helped me get my sexy back.
Yes.
Literally my
sexy back.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's like, oh, if I'm dating somebody and I don't want them to see my back because it's all broke out, because I'm stressed out and I'm heartbroken, I have all these hormones going through me, and this really helped me feel like, oh, now I can show this off a little bit.
Right.
Nice. We did catch the double entendre there, Jess. Sexy back. Sexy back.
Intentional. Really.
Well, let's face the fact, there's nothing more satisfying than popping a good pimple. So,
Yeah, so
where can they find you?
To watch them too.
You know, I can't. I've seen your videos, and I'm like this.
But you peek a little.
Right? It's like a horror film. So how can people find you?
Well, it's Dr. Pimple Popper. So if you just Google that, you'll probably find it. But we're on YouTube, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook and Instagram. Probably our two biggest are YouTube and on Instagram. But yes, we have a TLC show coming out in July. And my SLMD line is at slmdskincare.com.
Oh, well,
thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for taking time out of your day. And it was really fun, the event that we went to the other week also. And so looking forward to watching your show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm nervous about it. We'll see.
Oh no, we're so excited. You've got the sexy back. Everybody loves you.
It'll be a segment of the show. Get your sexy back.
Absolutely. It's incredible to be a part of your Popaholic community. So thank you for being here. Right. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more on Good Morning LaLa Land. I'm Jasmine Moya, co-host of Good Morning LaLa Land with our associate producer, Ms. Victoria Simone.
Hey girl, so where are we right now?
We are on the red carpet of the 45th Annual Daytime Emmys, and this red carpet is hot.
So we're actually going to be reporting to you live on the red carpet this week in La La Land. Jez, who was on This Week in La La Land.
We had an awesome time with Mike from Oysters XO. Dow Wines, the official wine sponsor of the Daytime Emmys.
Yes.
Cheers to that. We also had Casa Herradura and Tequila Master Kevin. He made us the official golden margarita.
24 karat magic in the air, that's what I'm saying.
It was all luxury, and we celebrated the launch of the lifestyle magazine Amari with the creator George Roja and Zulay Hanel. It was a great week in La La Land.
Jez, actually, who are we wearing right now?
Special shout out to Ms. Steph Adino. She gowned and glammed us out for the gala for the creatives, and today coming to you from the red carpet at the Daytime Emmys.
Thanks for tuning into This Week in La La Land.
Atteu. Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We are so excited because we have two fashion icons with us today. Patrik and Pol, thank you so much for being here. Who is this little lady?
Oh my God, Snow White.
Hi.
Snow White 90210.
90210. So let's talk about the 90210. 88 just launched. Rob and I had the honor of being there.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, it was so cool. Tell us a little bit about it.
So it's a fashion tech company. We have partners and we've created the first ever virtual fitting room that's going to launch on the site, which is pretty amazing. And we deal with celebrities and bring celebrities on and match them with a brand or create a brand for them to sell either fashion, accessories, beauty, skincare on our site.
Love this.
I know we have a lot of our celebrity friends that have already joined, like Joyce Giroux from Housewives.
We love Joyce.
We love
Adrienne
Joyce.
Maloof, Gretchen Rossi.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got a handbag line that's to die for, right?
We saw Miss Kate Linder
Yeah.
on the red carpet at the daytime.
She did the
She gave you guys an amazing
gown.
shout out. You did the gown.
I did the gown.
Your work has been seen for decades. I mean, you have created such an iconic look, an iconic brand for the two of you.
I know, we just hang out.
What do you love? I mean, look at Miss Kate. She is just,
I know,
she
look
is
at
such
her.
a
She
legend,
was such
Young
a
and the
sweetheart.
Restless,
Yeah.
and walking glamour.
I don't want to say that this was the best ever for her because she called me up and she goes, Paul, I can't believe it. Like all this time, and this is the best I ever felt. And which is really, really amazing for somebody to be able to put on a gown and then feel beautiful. Do you know what I mean?
That's
Inside out.
such a gift. How do you find that look for that person? What is it about the both of you that you have that vision that make?
I think they come in, I like do an evaluation, I go, okay, this is what you're gonna get.
You just
no,
know.
I ask them questions.
You're a psychic intuitive.
You ask them questions, and then they tell you what they want, and then you say,
okay,
yeah,
no,
this is
we're
what
not
we're
doing
gonna
that. Pretty much. So if you come in and you're gonna go, this is what I'm really feeling, this is what I want to do, this is the color, this is the shape I'm looking for, I'll go, oh, that's so sweet, but this is what we're gonna do.
Thanks for sharing, anyway.
That's adorable. And what I love too about you guys so much is that you have such big hearts and you're giving back. Part of the Fashion 88 Society is very charitable.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, Fashion Gives Back was the event that we held. Over 600 people, 350 celebrities. It was just crazy.
Is that crazy?
I think people are like, we've never been to a party where there's a drone flying inside inside the boutique. There was a drone flying, which is pretty cool. And the Fashion 88, anybody that shops on that site, 12% goes back to charity.
Oh,
So,
that's
yeah.
nice.
And we donated to the mission, actually, over $100,000 worth of clothing and shoes and kids wear and stuff like that when they came to pick it up.
Everybody
So that
was
really
such amazing stuff, which was great.
I mean, it wasn't a fun
Very
party.
much. Oh my God, we had a blast.
200 people lined up on this side of the street. 200 people lined up on that side of the street.
Literally.
We closed down the block.
We had a blast. And you guys were the center of that blast. You guys were the center of the
I know,
fun.
it was
Really.
fun, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Why not? If you're going to do it, you might as well go big, right?
Absolutely.
I remember when the police were coming, people were like, oh no, wait, the police are coming. They just waved. Like, oh, it's just them again.
Beverly Hills PD is amazing.
Well, he's been in the same location in Beverly Hills for 28 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
Same
I've been
location.
at Rodeo Drive for over 28.
So you basically have two clients. You have one client that just wants to come on, they want to shop, they want to see what lines,
Correct.
and then
Right.
you work with basically celebrities or public figures, and you make their own lines, and you connect them with brands.
Right, and what we've done is we've turned all of what we do into a TV show. So we have a show on Prime
Clearly.
now.
Not a TV
How could you
personality.
Dr. Pimple Popper has nothing on us. Talk about, trying to do like multiple things. It's like, okay, what's next? You don't have time to ask.
And we wrote a book.
Yeah, the television show and the book.
Yes.
I mean, wow, and what a gorgeous cover. Anna Nicole Smith,
She was
Portrait
the
of an Icon. Let's talk about
I shot that cover, and it's his dress.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is one of the most photographed ever dresses. I think it matched Marilyn Monroe's white pleated dress that she did. This is the next one. And her being like an icon of the new era for us, as Marilyn Monroe was of the time. And for her, I mean, the fact that I miss her every single day, and the energy that this woman had, and the beauty that she exuded, and she was just this genuine, sensitive, pure soul.
Right.
I wish more people got, to be able to meet her and be around her. She's stunning.
But you contributed to that legacy through your fashion and through your eye of helping her live her life and her truth and be able to share that through her look in the world,
if you
right?
go through the book and you see some of the memories that we treasured, that we put down on paper, and the book started actually as the way for us to be able to heal. We never, I never knew how to write a book.
Well,
so we
after
started
she
putting
passed,
our
we were
thoughts.
like, how do we get through this? What do we do? Because it was just, like, I had gone from talking to her all the time, every day. Back then we had AOL Instant Messenger. So we used to, I set up her Instant Messenger account. We used to messenger each other back and forth. And then to go from that to just no contact at all, and she's gone.
Right.
Yeah. And you just don't, and it's someone that you just had such a close, intimate relationship with.
Can I tell you how intimate they were?
Are you guys ready to look?
How proud we get. Because this one had phone sex
with Anna
and Nicole.
I did. It's in our book.
Yeah. Like chapter 8, I think. I mean, chapter 4. Forget the anniversary. But it was like, that's how intimate things were. So I don't know. Can I say that?
I mean, you already said it. It happened.
So Anna Nicole Smith is a pretty, it's very controversial.
Yeah.
But I do think that what's interesting about Hollywood and having the show is that I think that the, television, online, they portray whatever's really bad about them. Let's say bad news gets good press, basically. And so I do think it's interesting that you guys had that experience with her of a real positive thing, because a lot of people may not think that about her. And I think it's important to know that there's good in everybody that comes on the show, we just find these beautiful aspects of people that may be portrayed on reality shows or whatever as these, terrible people.
Well,
and I think behind
that's why we wanted to do the book, because
right?
when they were writing all this trash about her and talking, she was gold digger, she was this, she was that, and none of it was true. Because I remember having those heart-to-heart conversations with her, and she truly loved J. Howard Marshall. He's buried with her. Paul made a little tux and put it on his the urn and put it in the coffin with her. In her coffin, and it's in our book, we took a photo of all of us with Anna and Nicole, and it's buried in there. And then we took locks of the dog's hair, and so just really intimate things that,
the
friendship portrayed.
Funeral company that had done Ronald Reagan as well, they had done several presidents before who did Anna Nicole's funeral. They came up to us at the funeral. It's a very intimate, gathering. It was only 30 of us.
Right.
And they came up to me and they said, I can't believe the care that somebody took and went ahead and executed just so beautifully for their friend. And we've never seen anybody take this much attention to all the
I
stuff
think that what people have a hard time with, or I do rather, is also just, I'm sure she's beautiful and I'm sure she had so many things about it. It's so sad that someone like that needs to take drugs. Like, so if she was that sweet and that whatever, why was she in so much pain?
Well, let me tell you, after Daniel died, I
That
don't
was
wish
it.
that on anybody, because I think we're parents. We have a child ourselves. And I can't imagine the pain that one goes through when they lose a child.
I lost a child. Doesn't mean I go to drugs.
Well, it's not a drug.
So
but also
it's
true.
tricky.
But also true. I want to say that when she did lose a child and she did lose it to drugs, it was very hard for her because it was very public. The media, they really scrutinized her, as they always did. Remember, she was the very first reality star before Kardashians, before Housewives. There was
really
Anna and Nicole.
right?
We were
That's
on
true.
her show. We were like the first reality people. Nobody knew what reality people were until we were on the show. We didn't know. We just had people following us with camera and eating. And it was hard for her. It was very hard for her to lose her son and then have the world just scrutinize her. And they talked a lot about her. And I think that the drugs, and it was hard to be her friend, best friend, sit there and watch that and know that you can't help her. Because if you do, then you could be kicked out of the circle, and you can't be out of the circle because you can't help her if you're out of it.
And that's one of the tricky things about celebrities is a lot of people won't call them out on their stuff because they don't want to get out of that circle.
Don't ever think
he did many times.
As a good friend, you also have to know to have compassion. As a good friend, you also have to be there to support. And as a good friend, you have to learn not to judge. And for you to be able to be there truly within yourself and your boundaries, to be able to be there for someone unconditionally.
Yeah.
It's a very difficult,
That is one of the
very
most
difficult,
powerful
very
statements.
difficult thing.
It's true, though.
to do.
Absolutely.
But I do
Like
think
in
it's a
the book
good,
we
it's a good
wrote-
conversation.
Yeah.
It's good,
We wrote,
you know.
I'm gonna do it my way, which is exactly what she kept saying, and it's she's
Right.
not so dumb blonde. She just portrayed one.
Right.
And she was very, very smart. Very smart. I've learned so much from her.
Totally.
I think I learned so much from everybody, right?
And we learned so much from you about friendship, about fashion, about living your truth and really living your most beautiful life. So thank you for all that you do, for giving back to the community. Tell people where they can find you and contribute.
Well, Amazon, the show is Gowning Out in Beverly
Oh,
Hills.
I love it.
I love that.
We just got the Hollywood Tastemaker Award.
Yeah, we
Congratulations.
Hopefully, we're going to be submitted for an Emmy. I don't
yeah,
mind
right.
not accepting that. Oh my God, we could do it.
We'll be on the carpet with you.
Who knows? Trust me, right?
But thank you so much for having that, conversation about Anna Nicole Smith. And it's important to debate these things and have conversations, and that's why we like this show, because we get to, debate it a little bit.
Right.
What does work? Where do we find ourselves? And each person has their own truth in it, and we allow everyone to have their own truth. So thank you so much for that.
This was so much
Absolutely.
fun. Everybody come to the store and shop.
Absolutely.
Foreo Atteu and Patrik Simpson. Oh, and Snow White.
And Snow White. Oh, thank you guys so much. We'll be back with more Good Morning LaLa Land. Stay tuned. Beauty for everyone. Yes, it's possible with Foreo. Thank you, Pablo, so much for being here today.
Oh, thank you guys for having me again. I love coming here.
We love having you.
You're like family now.
Well, I love what you do and the messaging of this company, making high-end products and treatments really accessible to everyone. You're expanding your audience on a global level, really.
It is, and we are a global company. So we are in 52 countries. So we're accessible everywhere. And the most important is our message. Yes, like you said, we wanted to have that be accessible to everybody and bringing that confidence. We've been talking to all the guests today, and everything ties into confidence, right? Somehow being your inner confidence and building that up. And that's the most important thing, because no matter what, that's the part that never fades. That's the part that doesn't get old. That's the part that is going to stick with you.
Yeah.
So that's what.
But let's face the fact, your home, like every morning, if I have a product that works, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna think about you, I'm gonna give blessings to you, I'm gonna refer to my girlfriends, I'm gonna whatever. So these are incredible products. They really are.
Thank you. Today I brought, since we're talking about pimples, and we had the most amazing pimple doctor.
Popper. Yeah.
So I came up there and I was like, look, I'm sorry, I'm like a fan. I really watch your stuff, but I watch them in like contour yoga form. Like, I can't really look straight ahead. Like you mentioned, it's like I do all these like weird shapes, but I watch. I get my exercise in, I get my pleasure.
She needs to do a video of people watching her videos.
Right?
That's a good idea, actually.
For her show.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, for TLC.
note.
So before you have to pop the pimple, there's a way of maybe zapping it.
Before it gets to that size.
Before it gets to that size. Let's talk about it.
So this is the Foreo Espada.
Oh.
And very simple, very sleek. And what this does is the acne spot treatment.
Oh.
So it has one button. It has a laser. So what it does is that it creates blue light technology therapy to access the pimple or the bacteria at the first signs of it.
Wow.
So before it gets
That's
to a
good.
bigger pimple or before it grows, or whatever spot you catch it, it will kill the bacteria at that time. So you turn it on, and one charge is about an hour to charge. All our products, the charge is what's really, really important, is because for most of them, it's about 6 months worth of charge with 1 hour charge.
Wow.
Which
It's
is
like a
huge.
Tesla battery right there.
Exactly. This one specifically, each treatment is 30 seconds, and you can do it up to 2 to 4 times depending on the severeness of the acne. So if it's moderate or minimal, you can just do it 2 times
So
to 4
is this
times.
spot only, or is this my entire face? Can I do preventative
I know.
treatment?
Jazz, you're reading my mind.
It is spot treatment because, as you'll see, it's precision. So when you turn it on, I don't know if people can see it, but you will
Treat
see.
me, doctor.
You see how it has the little X in red?
Oh, yeah.
So it doesn't turn on, so you can't blind yourself, or you can't with the blue light, it won't turn on until it has contact with the skin.
I see.
And once that does, then it pulsates, and you'll see the pulsation. So what the pulsation does is that it drives that blue light deeper into the skin to reach the bacteria area.
Wow.
So, and as you see, within the 30 seconds, it will get more intense of pulsation.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling that.
Right?
I'm feeling it. So is this something I can do? I can put on my SLMD care, and then after all my products and goop is on the face, that's when I use the light?
Yeah, you can use it then. You can use it when you feel like you're getting a bump. Like for me, example, I don't break out. I don't have that. Like I used to as a kid. I used to have pimples, but right now my skin is pretty good. But when
because
I do
of Foreo.
Right, of course, because of Foreo. But when I do break out, it's maintenance, is everything. But when I do break out, it comes up like maybe when I shave, when I trim, something may happen and I'll get a bump and I freak out. So at the first sign of it, I'll just go slowly. And then by the next day, the redness may not be fully gone, but it completely subsides. So it doesn't have a bump. So especially for TV, it's great because you can cover it with makeup. Or if you're doing red carpet, or if you're doing, you can at least get it covered up. And it doesn't have.
Let's be real, HD shows everything. I mean, makeup covers maybe, but there's still the bump there. So thank God for SLMD skincare and my Foreo tools to make it all work.
Yeah, and I love the fact that you guys were talking about the back one or the one for working out, because that's the biggest thing is people don't really bring their skincare regimen when they're going to the gym or working out, and that sweat, that buildup for me when I wear a hat, it builds up right here, and sometimes you get just, even if it's not blackheads, you get like the bumps, the whiteheads. So I'm happy that I have, between products like this and our products, you have the full regimen of how you can take care of your skin.
This Espada is so sexy.
So we're gonna do a little giveaway, yeah?
We are. So for this time, I wanted to bring this device so that we can do a giveaway to everyone watching from home and social media.
Social media.
Incorporate social media.
Let's incorporate social media. So follow and like this post on our Instagram, and we'll give you details on how you can enter to win your own personal Espada. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more on Good Morning La La Land.
back live. We've got a full house. I don't think we've ever had this many people on this sofa, so it's a good thing for sure.
I am so grateful that we have this community here. Thank you all for being here today, for being a part of Good Morning La La Land, for making us feel like our most beautiful selves and enjoying it in the process, right? Inspiring us to live and create our truths. It's amazing.
We had so much fun. Got to meet some new people, so that was really
Right.
nice.
Snow White friends.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, exactly. We're all going to get red carpet ready so we can go to the show tonight at the LaMalay Theater. You can check out an amazing new film.
Get a little scared,
Boys,
and if you're not
boys,
scared
don't
enough,
stick for toys.
then you can always go on YouTube to Dr. Pimple Popper. If it doesn't scare you enough, the movie, then so excited, guys. So thank you so much for everyone for coming.
Yeah.
You can join us live every morning at 9 a.m. on all social media, Roku, Apple TV. We're America's first daily live streaming talk show. And please like, share, and comment, you guys. We are waking up the world together.
It's going to be a good morning, La La Land.